So you want to know more about Douglas County schools. I'm going to fill you in and we're getting started right now. Hey everyone, I'm Alyson with LiveSouthDenver. I'm a realtor and real estate strategist, and I help families make their move to South Denver. School districts are a hot topic when you're house hunting, whether you actually have kids still at home or not. If you're house hunting in the South Denver area, you're probably going to be looking at homes that are either in the Littleton, Cherry Creek, or Douglas County school districts. Based on the School Digger website, our school districts rank in this order: Littleton, Douglas County, and then Cherry Creek. Littleton is number 3, Douglas County is number 15, and Cherry Creek is number 25. And these rank out of 187 school districts in all of Colorado. Since the Douglas County School District is the largest school district in the area, let's focus our attention there. Douglas County is a top school district for several reasons. Not only is overall student achievement top-notch, but school choice goes far beyond what most of us ever experienced when we were in school. Students have the opportunity to open enroll in any school in the district within boundary lines as long as space allows. There are many nuances to open enrollment, so I am including a link in the description down below for those of you that may want to look at the FAQ. But for those of you who are moving into the area for the first time, there are a couple of key things that would really be helpful for you to know. Number 1, your neighborhood school will be your very first choice for access, especially if you move mid-year. Now, if you have a chance to come out and visit or do some exploring online and make a school choice before you get here, that would probably be very helpful. Then you can choose maybe where you want to settle based on school choice if that is strongly important to you. Number 2, if you like the school that your child is enrolled in, but then you end up needing to move again, say you moved here and you got temporary housing, whether it was an apartment or an executive rental, and you don't want to move your child because they really did love the school that they started in, there's a process to preserve their spot in the school that they started in. It's called an intent to remain form. Now, I tell you this because I have worked with families who have moved in to the area and then they have really either limited their search to homes that are only inside the boundaries of that neighborhood school out of fear that their child will have to relocate, and they've already moved once and uprooted their child and they've had a lot of fear and concern, or they're afraid about the process of open enrollment. Well, what if I put my child over here, we try open enrollment, but there's no room for them next year? That's not how it works. So I want you to at least have a little bit of insight before you go deep into learning and researching and wondering about how open enrollment works, that once a child is in a school, they have the opportunity to stay. And if you move within the county boundaries, the school district boundaries, you just use the intent to remain form and the child's able to stay there for as long as you're intending, whether you are choosing for the rest of that year, or you can stay there through the point at which the child will go to the next school. So if it's a K-8 school and you're moving when the child's in 3rd grade, they can stay through 8th grade and then they would move on to the next school. Number 3, what if your child didn't like the school that they were enrolled in? So you move here, you start at a school, but that school's not a great fit. Well, that's really one of the great places where open enrollment is a good option. Another one of the things that makes Douglas County such a strong school district is that beyond the open enrollment opportunity for students is that there's a wide array of charter school options. So what's a charter school, you ask? That's a great question. It's a tuition-free public school, but there's a charter agreement that's either between the school and the state or the school and the school district. And this charter school has the flexibility to be more innovative. They build their own curriculum in some ways, and they're held uniquely accountable for achievement and outcomes for their students. About 20% of the roughly 100 schools in the Douglas County School District are currently charter schools. Most of those are K-8 schools, though 2 of them go all the way to high school. Great Schools is a popular ranking website. They look at schools and compare them to other schools in a district. So using their data and a dividing line of schools above a ranking of 7 and below a ranking of 7, let's take a look at what we see in Douglas County. So there are about 100 schools in the Douglas County School District, but Great Schools only ranks 90 of them. what we see is that 45% of the schools rank 7 and above. That does leave 55% ranking 6 and below. We had about a 50-50 split for charter schools ranking 7 and above or 6 and below. For our high schools, we had 5 high schools that ranked incredibly high. 4 high schools got a 9 and 1 high school got a perfect 10. So what does this really mean? How does it compare to the other districts that we mentioned that are in the South Denver area? Thinking of Littleton and Cherry Creek school districts. Because all of these are areas that if you're shopping for a home in the South Denver area, you may be looking in. And they're very popular school districts and great areas to purchase a home. So let's look at the Littleton School District. The Littleton School District has just 23 schools. It's a much smaller school district. So its numbers are actually quite strong. They have a 61% ranking for schools that fall above 7 and above. And then there's Cherry Creek School District. The Cherry Creek School District has 65 schools in it roughly. 31% of their schools were at 7 and above. That leaves the majority at 6 and below. However, Cherry Creek High School was a perfect 10. What I do know with Douglas County is that the open enrollment, the school choice, the charter options, the homeschool support if that's a route you go, and then we haven't even yet talked about what it looks like for private school in Douglas County. So school choice abounds, and it really does strengthen both your home value as well as options for family life. With an educator in my family and our kids in school, we have experience in several of these school segments, and it's always an honor to offer my insights and give guidance to families who are new in town. So are you looking for a home around a specific school in the South Denver area? Or maybe you have questions about some of the private schools that I mentioned and you'd like more information. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm helping families locally and from all over the US settle into South Denver, and I would be honored and would love to help you as well. I can't wait to see you next week.